Three, two, one.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the NASCAR Class C Maconi Fixed Series. This evening we're excited to bring you top split action for the weekly strength of field race for the virtual New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. Maconi Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing, including the top split for the Maconi Fixed Series, RTP, and Fast Fridays. No matter what you are racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince, alongside the booth tonight, Brayton Lester, DJ Lyon working the controls as our producer for this evening's action for the Magic Mile. And Brayton, the Magic Mile brings a lot of magical moments, but as the season gets in full swing, a good chance to pick up some points at one of the short tracks on the schedule.
Yeah, starting off a little bit of a short track swing here after the 2.66 extravaganza we saw last week at Talladega. And you talk about points, I'm sure a lot of drivers are more than excited to be going to a short track and be able to recoup what they lost last week.
Of course, Happy New Year for those watching along as well. A brand new year kicking off for 2025. Let's talk about the racetrack a little bit. Around since 1999. It's also had a road course since 1991. A part of the more recent iRacing updates as well, graphically, to bring it to the modern day. It is a beautiful update, to say the very least, around here.
Very much, and very progressive banking as well. This not only looks beautiful, but it races beautifully too. You got 2 to 7 degrees of banking throughout the corners, and part of that means you can run the bottom, you can run the top, you can run the middle. You're going to see a lot of guys go real tight on the bottom, throw a slide job here on the asphalt, and try and get themselves clear by the middle portion of the corner. And it creates a lot of close quarters of racing.
So far, Dakota Lawn leading the way in the point standings. Marcus Brutanek also doing well in his respective races. Frank Harley, interestingly enough, inside the top 3. Jacob Snyder and Jalen Parker amongst the top 5. Some of the other notables we see plenty up. Aaron Huggins in 6th. Jonathan Tuckness we've seen a fair bit in 7th. And many others making their names known, like Carlos Truther up in the top 10. Jacob Phillips rounding out said top 10 bracket entering today. And it's worth noting, just outside the top 10, with drivers like Douglas Newbigging and Malik Ray. But the drivers have already finished up the qualifying session for tonight. 21 drivers per split, based on the breakdown for those who registered for tonight's racing action. That means one thing: 46-43 for your top split breakdown tonight as we get set to go racing from New Hampshire. On the pole tonight, it's Jonathan Evans, setting a 29.663. He'll start alongside Dakota Long. Dakota Long getting the one truck for this split. Brian Arducci will start in 3rd. Jeff Maconi with one of his best qualifying runs in 4th. Alex Bisson will start at 5th. It's Oscar Enriquez who will start inside the top part of the field. Marcus Brutanek, he's going to be on the next page of drivers. He's a short track ace when it comes to the platform. Keep an eye on the number 4 truck for today. You'll see on the next tab over. Speaking of that next tab, Michael Danks will also be on the next grouping of drivers for your starting grid. Andrew Procario and Tim McKee will be amongst your top 10 this evening, Brayton.
Yeah, then going outside of the top 10, looking at David Klopowski there in 11th. Ahead outside of Scott Pearson, Brendan Arduino in 13th. And then last driver to take a time, it's Jeffrey Armistead, roaring off in that 14th spot, the driver from Georgia. Behind them, a handful of drivers not taking a time, but excludes Greg Freeman, the 15th, Tom Driving in 16th, Adrian Harney, 17th, Brandon Miranda there in 18th, Michael LeBeau.
taking the lead. Dakota Long down the front straightaway to begin things from the outside line. And just like that, the moves are running on for some. A slide and a spin. Caution flag is out. Tim McKee amongst those getting turned around. Enriquez, the original trigger for the caution, were under yellow for the first time.
That heartbreak there, mentioned that started with Oscar Enriquez there in the 7 truck. Just went a little too hot, got a little too loosey-goosey. Mentioned these cold tires, you got to take care of them. And just like down to the first caution of the night, I seen the car spin, became very chaotic very quickly. See the replay of what happened. There's Enriquez getting loose by himself, and then they go and wreck down the track here down the corner.
Lucky to avoid contact from anybody else with him high up and just locking the brakes, lock it on down. But some of the drivers trying to avoid the contact got turned around like the 19. McKee getting significant damage, in fact, trying to dodge that 7 truck.
Yeah, the 19, Tim McKee there, contact with the 16, David Koplowski, and the Aaron Stanton driver that started dead last, getting a little involved in that one as well. So drivers had the top 10, and the driver that started dead last, all getting a piece of that wreck right there. Just like that, on lap number 2, we are under caution for the first time tonight.
Apologies for technical difficulties during the beginning portions of tonight, but tonight's race, seeing the importance of track position for some. It can be tricky to be able to make your way through this field here at New Hampshire. This is a track where long runs can happen. How do you try and position yourself knowing there's the potential of the different grooves and the potential, as seen by some on the platform and throughout the week, the potential of sliding up into others accidentally for contact?
That's definitely been the talk all week long. It's been the talk over on X, on Facebook, and Facebook groups, and on iRacing. I'm sure we'll see it in this very race here. Slide jobs seem to be the preferred method of passing here, and some drivers prefer them, some drivers don't, but it gets the job done, and you got to use the top, you got to use the bottom. Whether you're making a move or you're getting around a wreck, Jeffrey Armistead there, for example, in the 10 truck, had to literally rip the wall, literally right there, inches from the wall to avoid getting into Enriquez and a couple others. So CV figured something out there when it's going high and wide. But you can run pretty much any lane you want, but the slide job definitely be a fan favorite here tonight.
So right now you're taking a look as the drivers get ready for the restart, already getting prepared to get lined up here. I'll ask this again, as we had a blip during this question. Who stands out to you, especially knowing how good Dakota Long got that start, to be able to take the lead out of turn 2?
Like, it's hard to go against Dakota Long, but I'm also going to go with Jonathan Evans here. Evans and Long, we've seen these two go head-to-head time and time again, and they're pretty much dead nuts even as far as pace. And Long, with that first spot after starting second, seems to be carrying the torch right now, but I'm going to go with the man in second, Jonathan Evans.
So currently, in live action, getting positioned for the restart. As these drivers get themselves ready to go for tonight. Coming around towards 35 laps to go. Again, green flag displayed on the racetrack as we are getting zooming around New Hampshire once again. So as we make our way out of turn 2, Maconi jumps his way up to 4th spot amongst those battling in the pack. What's the neck amongst those trying to run the apron? I've noticed this on the social media clips too. He likes to run that apron all the way into 1 and 3, then drift up in that first lane. It's been working for that 4 truck.
Now Marcus Fruit and Knight there, starting in the 7th spot, still is 4th from Jeffrey Maconi, going way below that blue line. Contact for a second. There's Brian Narducci getting door action with Jonathan Evans. Evans getting loose. Evans going to spin down the track, avoids contact with Marcus Maconi, and able to get it locked down and avoid further contact. But just like that, Jonathan Evans goes from second, fighting for second, falls back to 3rd. Now Jonathan works his way up through this whole field.
Caution flag is out for the second time. Good job by Evans to lock it down, as we'll take a look at the replay. Apparently there was contact on entry. Narducci just confirmed that on the radio, but that didn't have anything to do with just getting loose.
I said they had a little bit of door action there going into 1, coming off 2. They were fairly separated. I don't know if Evans never did let the truck gave it a chance to settle down, I don't think of it really as a driver error on Evans' part. I don't think he got his tires up to Hampshire yet. Got a little bit up there in the marbles and just like that.
So already 2 caution flags. And already drivers talking about the importance of giving space in the corners here. This is a track where multiple different lines can work, it seems, because that progressive banking. Some prefer the higher grooves, some prefer what we're talking about with front to neck with using the apron. What's your preference here in New Hampshire?
I definitely like to keep it low. I'm not a guy to go on the apron and slide up the same line that we saw Marcus Fruit Night there in the 4 take. But you gotta be careful about running up there tomorrow, because 2 cautions we had tonight have both been because you have a driver getting a little higher in the groove. Now one might have had help going in the corner, and one might have kind of underestimated where the grip would have been. But you get too high up in the corner, the track's not quite developed yet, then you get a little bit loose in your exit, just like that, you're spinning.
Reminder that the holiday sale is still underway here on iRacing. Get 50% off for new iRacing memberships through January the 5th. To be able to take part in the sale, go to iRacing.com/holiday-sale to be able to take advantage of the 50% off all the way through to the 5th. So drivers currently getting set for the 1 to go signal. It's Lawn in control. It's Narducci, who spent some time at SK Modifieds over the past year racing with TBR. Others are on the move, like Freeman. He's gone from 15th to 6th so far.
That's one of the drivers that didn't qualify, actually the highest of those that did not qualify, the driver number 8 truck there. Looking to move his way and continue moving his way through the field. He's going to line up behind our very own Jeffrey Maconi. See what line he prefers here. Dakota Long, he's been on defense all night. Able to pull away a little bit from Jonathan Evans. He's all the way back in 20th in this restart. To see if Narducci or Fruit and Knight have anything to say for Dakota Long's dominance so far.
Coming up to 30 laps to go, already a quarter distance through over the course of these first 10-15 minutes. We'll see how the battling goes for the race lead. 2 short track aces when it comes to these style races over the fall and winter. Ready to battle with Dakota Long. Long off and away. Inside line getting a huge jump.
And Jeffrey Maconi actually hit the back bumper there of your outside starter, Brian Narducci. That's how much they bobbled on the outside inside. They'll pick up a ton of spots. And Marcus Fruit and I running that apron line, and he's making up a ton of speed and finding a ton of grip down there.
They're making fun for the race. Late trouble! He just spun it around! The 4 loops it from the apron. Caution flag is out.
I don't know about you, JP. I do not want to be the guy in second, because it seems the guy in second seems to spin out. I mean, there was no contact, nothing. Just overdrove it. And it's turn 3 on the apron. Mentioned that Lions from preferring to run all night. Watching the 4 truck in second place. Running the same line all night. Just overstepped it a little too much. One time, and just like that, no warning whatsoever. Around he goes. Slides up a little bit to the 6 of Brian Narducci and backs into the wall.
I believe he shifted there, and that was going to become the next question. Do you shift? Well, he definitely shifted, and that had definitely over-revved things to send him around. Caused the wheel hop.
Yeah, he shifted the bet on that one, that is for sure.
So tempers are flaring as we are just past the quarter distance through. No meatball flags yet, but a lot of tempers starting to flare with a lot of damage being tossed around. Believe from that contact there when our driver having to come down the pit lane, that is Narducci, who's saying, I'm going to go and come down right now.
No fast repairs for these drivers, so any damage they get, the pit crew has to go over and fix it manually. No in and out. If you're getting a cheeseburger, you got to come down and get that damage fixed and hope it's not catastrophic.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, more action for the Magic Mile here from New Hampshire. You're watching iRacing and Maconi Entertainment for coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to New Hampshire as we get set for the restart. Dakota Lawn in control with Michael Dinks now up to second. Jeff Maconi third. Greg Freeman has driven his way up double-digit spots for fourth place for the restart with Alex Bisson inside the top 5. Justin Prince alongside co-announcer once again for tonight, Braden Lester, as we are underway once again for New Hampshire. How long will this run go as the battle is on for second?
Jeff Maconi looking at the inside of Michael Danks there, and here comes the man on the mission. That's Greg Freeman, that red number 8. Get to the right rear of Maconi. He is there. Door, a bumper, and they're going to be side by side going into turn 3 for third.
Now it's offset 3 wide. Trying to use all the grooves a little bit. Bisson trying to use the apron, just about hit the commitment cone. He went so low. But it's Maconi who's got the better run up middle to be able to hold serve in that line in the battle for fourth spot. Make it third still for Maconi.
Michael Danks looking on the apron of the grip, trying to pull away from these guys, struggling with rear grip big time. Here comes Maconi and Freeman, and just as they get to the second place of Michael Danks, caution to number 16, David Koplotsky, in the back half of the field here, and that truck is destroyed. Oscar Enriquez involved, and Jonathan Evans for the second time tonight.
Caution flag once again, and Jonathan Evans not having the best of nights here as he and Enriquez not having some pretty tempers. Watch the contact after some of this.
16 just gets loose by themselves. That's David Koplotsky there, goes down, collects Jonathan Evans. Evans comes up into Enriquez there, and at that point it's kind of glued together.
Yeah, a lot of bumping and banging after the caution trigger there to add some damage there.
No shortage of excitement tonight, JP. It is a New Year's broadcast after all. That's what we get for doing a top split broadcast on New Year's. There's a great angle of the initial accident. The two of Evans comes up to Enriquez. There's nothing you can do at that point.
That was a tough job, though, by the 17, I believe. That was Brandon Miranda, who went up into the grass.
Okay, that was a great job by whoever that was. So Miranda there. Again, a great Breck Avoidance Award there. I'll send him a cookie or something in the mail.
Pit stop time, and it's a split strategy. Here's the thing about New Hampshire. The tire fall-off can get pretty significant. This might be a good play for some of these drivers to be able to try and get to the front if they get a long enough run.
Look at some guys like Greg Freeman, a driver that we've talked about moving up through the field. He's going to be leading the cars, I believe, on the fresh tires, and he's going to be inside the top 10. So only 8 or 9 guys really stayed out. You're talking probably 10, 11 laps under tires. That's definitely going to be a very noticeable difference. Not just short run, but also long run if these guys decided, hey, we're going to get our act together a little bit now and make a green flag run happen. Well, your Dakota Long, your Michael Danks, Jeff Maconi, Alex Bisson, Andrew Picario, those guys in the top 5 that stayed out right there, they are in trouble, and they're in trouble big time.
So all the drivers getting themselves situated and ready to go. Those who stayed out include Long, Danks, Maconi, Bisson, Andrew Picario, Argenio, and Narducci. First on fresh tires is Freeman. See how big the difference is going to be here, as it looks like they're really stacking up already before they even get a turn 2 on the restart.
I don't know what it is, but we are never doing a New Year's broadcast again, JP. These guys, they can't handle the New Year's pressure, I guess.
Chance for New Year's resolutions, a chance to turn a leaf, depending on your luck from the previous year, or a chance to build upon momentum from 2024 in some rare cases. But we'll see who's able to build some momentum here. Coming to 21 laps to go. Dakota Lawn has led just about the entire way so far. All tires for him. Green flag is out. Danks trying to squeeze him on the restart. Now he tries to block the lanes.
Jeffrey Maconi looking inside Danks for second. Running the lower groove, slides up a little bit side by side now for third with Alex Bisson. Bisson gets to run, momentum run off the corner, off of turn 2, gets to the back bumper of Danks, gets into the wall a little bit. They're going to be 3 wide behind them though. This isn't going to get pretty at all.
Argenio way out of the groove. Freeman and Narducci making the bottom line work. Narducci passing a couple. Argenio just about got squeezed up the racetrack. But keeping an eye on that 8. He's going to be the one to keep an eye on. He's gaining a lot of momentum on those freshies on entry.
Yeah, he's not even sliding a whole lane above the blue line. He's just stuck to that apron. He's got the grip down there. He's got the speed. Now trying to hang on, defend. He's got Andrew Procario behind him. Contact in front of them. Danks goes way high and wide. Jeffrey Maconi adds relatively 3 wide, coming off the corner for a little bit. Maconi backs out of it. Danks is right rear into the wall, and they're right behind Brian Narducci there.
Bit of a squeeze up the track now. Some door rubbing back there. All while Narducci still prefers the apron the whole way around. All of that's while the 18 Alonso's moving as well. Take a look at Michael LeBlanc, currently inside the top 10. He's got a hornet's nest in front of him.
Got a front row seat. He's got his right hand in the popcorn and his left hand in the steering wheel. Jeffrey Maconi starts to fall back. Next in line is going to be LeBlanc. LeBlanc side by side with Argenio in that 12 Maconi Setup Shop truck. Another Maconi Setup Shop truck. Jeff Maconi right there in front of them. Maconi on the old tires is struggling big time, but drive off. Doesn't have any rear grip whatsoever as Andrew Procario goes around him now. Gonna be 3 wide back here for 8.
Scott Pearson thinks better of it though. Argenio going straight backwards on his tire call. Be able to stay out on the racetrack. All that's wow. I'm noticing this with this newer update of the racetrack. A lot of people have scraped that wall coming out of turn 4. It seems like some people having a tough time with a safer barrier positioning there.
Very much so. One driver who's staying away from it as much as he can. Alex Bisson there in second. The 15 truck is literally going right by the grass on corner entry, especially turn 1. This is going to be a great entry to watch if he repeats it, but he is stuck to that bottom lane whatsoever. Gets a great drive off because of it. And they're getting lap times a little bit slower than Dakota Long right now, but doesn't quite go as low this time. Maybe thought better of it. The car behind him, now the car that is inside, Brian Narducci, he's the one that sent to the grass last time. He got a huge run off the corner. And looking at the new tires, it's not a huge advantage right now. Michael Danks, currently one of the fastest cars on track. Same with Greg Freeman. Freeman is right behind these guys there for second. Danks falling back to 5th, but Dakota Long has pulled away to over a second advantage now.
30.4s for the race leader. Narducci in the 30.2s last time. Caution. And it's trouble for Aaron Stanton. Stanton having trouble 3 wide and is already reset.
He knew instantly that truck was not driving back to pit lane and wasn't going to give the AMR safety crew a easy day today. Kind of 21 truck middle of 3 wide coming off the corner. Got the 18 to his bottom. And Tim McKee there to the outside and just gets squeezed. That's a blank and the 18 there on the bottom. And
I mean, you could argue there wasn't a lot of room, yes. He did come up a touch though, right there.
Yeah, definitely some room for wiggle there. We're going to be coming off the corner, gets tight, very tight indeed, and I don't think Stanton knew how close he was. Came up a little bit in that first little bit of contact with all he needed to upset the truck. And McKee and the Blank able to keep it going straight, so the 21 truck, their lowest started on night, started 21st, was up to about 15, 16 before that incident. He will be taken to the garage. Oscar Enriquez, currently the other driver in pit lane, getting damage fixed after the early incident with Jonathan Evans. So both the drivers still on pit lane. As Mark Baldwin randomly takes it to the garage as well, so he'll join Stanton and Enriquez.
A lot of pit stops, split calls again. Dakota Lawn and Michael Danks, along with Scott Pearson, Adrian Harley, Jeffrey Armistead, then David Kloptowski and Tim McKee, along with Tom Drelling, all stayed out of the racetrack. Everybody else electing to come down with one of our longer runs of the race here. And no surprise, some drivers trying to mix it up on strategy a bit. But already both sets burned through. If you're keeping track for Greg Freeman, he did not take 2 tires there. He took 4.
And more interesting, you talk about the 2 sets of drivers had to put on. One driver hasn't taken any tires, actually 2 drivers. That's Dakota Long and Michael Danks. And you can correct me if I'm wrong here, JP, but they're going with the real estate, the track position. They think it's much better to be starting 1, 2 here than be starting, 8th or 9th on fresh rubber.
It is an argument where you're playing for the Hornets' Nest game, right? There's a lot of drivers out here who are in the top 10 for the first time now that are going to have a challenge right now for these drivers. And we know the drivers like Bisson and Narducci have been aggressive when pushing to the bottom of the racetrack. This is going to be a very tough window for these drivers to get through here on this restart with 11 to go.
And Dakota Long was just about 10th or 2 slower than the drivers on the newer rubber, about 15, 20 laps newer rubber. Only half of that had been, or half that advantage was under caution or so you can say it wasn't as big of an advantage you would have thought. But now they're going to be lining up right behind him. Dakota Long is going to have to hang on for 11 laps here, and he's going to be hoping for the quick caution, quick green light checkered game is what he's playing here.
The entire outside line playing some games here, squeezing the inside line. Your door-to-door contact coming to the restart zone. Dakota Lawn getting squeezed with Michael Danks. 11 laps to go for the Magic Mile. Green flag is out, and Michael Danks just about timed it. Still didn't get alongside for turn 1, but now keep an eye on that Hornet's Nest. It is 3 and 4 wide.
Jeffrey Armistead there in the 10. He's trying to move up from that 5th restarting position. He's got David Kozlowski to his outside. He falls back. They're big wreck out back. Tom Dryling involved. Hard hit to the inside. Brian Narducci, Jeffrey Maconi, all those drivers that just came down and got brand new rubber. Just like that, all for naught.
3 wide coming off of turn 2. Did not work out again. Let's take a look at the replay. Keep in mind, the 19 had been sent all the way to the back in all this. And then Calamity off of the corner.
Oh, there was Calamity going in the corner and then a Calamity coming out of the corner. So 2 incidents so much to look at here. There was smoke going into the corner. Yeah, so they're looking at going in the corner, the 8 of Greg Freeman and the 19. They have a little incident. They keep it going. That's Tim McKee, the 19. And then further up the track is the 2nd incident, which is what we saw the tail end of there. Freeman the 8, McKean the 19, contact there. They keep it going straight. And then Brian Narducci in the 6 and Jeffrey Maconi in the 5 is a separate incident coming out of turn 2 there. This is going to be a fun one to break down, and it's just going to look like 2 drivers looking the same real estate. Narducci went to go low, get underneath Tom Dry, then Jeffrey Maconi was getting the run from the apron, and I don't think either driver expected the other one to be there.
That sent them all spinning basically along to the inside. Maconi amongst those who took some slams into the wall. And that puts us again under the caution flag. Key, Dryling, along with Fontenek and Maconi all coming in along with Jonathan Evans for pit stops for this sequence. Under 10 laps to go. And this is the play that we were expecting potential for the leaders, right? They were hoping for this chaos. And now some of the drivers who had a chance at top 10s will be hoping to salvage their I ratings here.
Yeah, Jeffrey Maconi, what a standout night from him so far. Qualified there in that 4th spot, was running top 5, and then just like that, one of his best runs of possibly the Maconi C Fixed broadcast time slot career. One of the more active drivers. Just like that, though, probably one of his better runs that's taken away. So he's gonna have a pretty good run, a pretty cool opportunity coming up next week in real life, though. He'll be making his ARCA Menard Series debut at Daytona testing. Daytona pre-season testing coming up next weekend, so he'll be in the Rise Motorsports number 37 Toyota. Jeff Maconi getting a pretty cool opportunity to go to Daytona from the sim road to the rural road.
It'll be an interesting time. There's a lot of people going to have those opportunities to test in ARCA. Adrian Harney keeping an eye on from the 4th spot, started 17th amongst those, looking to see if they can find some magic with 7 to go when they take the green flag here. Michael Danks has been trying to time up the restarts with Dakota Lawn. Couldn't time it up this time. Clear by a mile, Dakota Lawn.
Dakota Long clear by a mile at the magic mile, going to turn 1. Calamity behind him, the 15 looking though. It's Alex Bison, loosey goosey, free wide, makes the pass somehow. Not quite clear. Now he gets clear of Adrian Harney and Scott Pearson, and what a move by the 15 truck.
Told you he was moving some aggressive positionings earlier on in this one. So trying to do so again now with the diamond line. Looking for second. Bad exit for Danks, nearly the wall.
Huge look out back.
Big one down off the corner. Caution flag is out as the whole mid-pack gets collected.
You got Costco parked on the outside turn 4. And you got selling chicken bakes, it looks like.
It was 3 and 4 wide back there off the corner. And keep an eye on this replay for truck 16. They're amongst those who spun around off the corner and collected just about anybody running back there in the teens.
That's David Kowalski there bringing the boom, and just like that, around he goes and collects everyone and their grandma. Just like, I mean, things happen so quick when you're at a short track. Obviously, you go to a little bit shorter track, you'll be at one next week, but on board here with Jeffrey Maconi, I believe. Oh, man. Talk about some great record points. Great! Oh, man! About made it through crystal clear. 18 came up there at that second. But great practice, hopefully, or hopefully not for Daytona next week.
Yeah, a bit of slalom course avoidance. And a lot of people picking up damage. Still, no meatball flags this race from anybody. Although, if you're Mark Baldwin, you still have a black flag to try and clear, so this is not good for you if you're the 23 laps down. Everybody else coming up to what's going to be very close to GWC territory for the next restart. Bison's running out of time. Dakota Lawn's led just about the whole race.
It will be about 3 to go when we go back green flag racing, so not even after green white checker, but pretty close. We do have one green white checker in the bank, but Alex Bison, the speed he's been able to carry on the bottom lane in 1 and in 3, carry it through the whole corner, it can be hard to beat him.
It's been fun to see him move through the field. Now it's going to be fun to see how the restart goes. A 3-lap shootout. Just about all set to get back to racing here. Get to regroup how your top 10 looks right now. It's Lawn, Danks, Bison, Harney, Pearson, Armstead. Then you have Freeman, Narducci in 8th. Argenio still holding on to a top 10 with Procario in that 10th spot. 18 are still on the lead lap here. The amount of DNFs, just 2 drivers out of the race. And now we'll see if Danks can time up this restart that he's been trying to do all this race.
He's been on the offensive for most of this run. Now he's got Bison and Harney right behind him. So he's got to play offense and defense right here on this restart.
Already trying to time it up on the outside is Danks. Again, Lawn has to fire first. Green flag is out. Danks spun the tires a touch. Lawn gets clear, but it's still side by side for the battle for third.
Go to Long there. Looking inside, slides up, loses a little bit of momentum. And just like that, yellow flag is back out. He's going to set up for a green-white checker.
16 again. Back-to-back caution flags. Back-to-back loose conditions.
David Kowalski here is not having a good night at all.
Just trying to run the higher grooves. Backing up by race truck.
Yeah, just get to the marbles. I think it's on cold tires, probably pitted to get some damage fixed. It's not new tires to help that truck handle. And my new tire is definitely a lot better than old tires, but you got to get them up to heat optimal operating temperatures first. And Michael the bank a little bit of contact there as well. So we got one green light checkered in the bank, and we're going to withdraw it right here, right now.
Yeah, and if we get to the white flag, it will be a race to the checkered. If we do not get to the white flag, it will finish under yellow. We've seen the last broadcast at Talladega finish under yellow with some of the incidents. By the way, Bisson with the scoring loops placed back in third. He did not get to second like he may have been hoping for this restart.
If you're Dakota Long, you're hoping for a quick caution, preferably as you're coming out of turn 4 to take the green. You want that caution as quick as possible. You do not want to give Alex Bisson a chance. If you get to the white, I think Alex Bisson wins this race.
Could be an aggressive move that comes down for the race win here. We'll have to see if anybody's going to use the bumper too if it comes down to it through 3 and 4. But Dakota Long has had some stellar runs again this season, has led 39 out of 39 possible laps so far. Tough to beat since he took that race lead. The pole sitter didn't even get the chance to lead a lap today.
A heartbreak there for your pole sitter. Jonathan Evans has been just trying to finish, has come down pit lane every single caution, is getting more and more damage fixed on that truck, but not really in contention. Dakota Long, the current championship leader, 3 weeks in the running, looking to get a win on the big stage here tonight. We've seen him get plenty of podiums, I think a handful of wins if that, but tonight it has been this race. I don't think there's been a race where Dakota Long has come in and been this dominant before on the Maconi C Fixed broadcast time slot.
So this will come down to 2 miles or so. It's Dakota Long in control. Michael Danks on the outside. Bisson on the move, looking to try and rip it away on the fresher tires. He took 2 tires for the balance when he came down about 23 laps ago. 13, I should say. But now, we'll see how this fire-off goes. Danks is trying to time it up. Green, green, green. Danks timed it up well. Lawn is clear. He gets the outside. Bisson trying to angle it to the inside. He pokes to the apron, trying to get a side-by-side for second.
We got spin in the back at the 18. He's going to go below the apron. No caution yet. I don't think we'll get one. Dakota Long pulls away. Bisson clears for second. Going into turn 3. Alex Bisson chasing down Dakota Long. Dakota Long looking for a yellow. Bisson looking for a white.
And going down to the bottom, trying to build up the run. White flag is in hand. Final time around for the Magic Mile. Bisson needs 2 huge lunges. Dakota Long goes defensive. He sends it hard through 1 and 2. Bisson goes for the angle off of 2.
Bisson getting the momentum off of turn 2 for the final time. Trying to chase down Dakota Long. He's got 1 shot here going to turn 3. Will he send it? Long sends it deep to the grass. Bisson sends it deep, but he won't get there.
He's still trying though. Long getting some wiggles. Bisson got a bigger one. Dakota Long takes the win at New Hampshire as they start spinning behind him.
That was closer than most people realize. Taking the white flag, they wrecked going through turn 3 and 4. Probably one truck too little to be a caution, and Dakota Long about got it handed, but he had to work his butt off for that one, and well-deserved win there for Dakota Long. Played the strategy game, and able to come out on top.
One more lap, and we might have been talking about Bisson taking the win.
I think one more corner.
Yeah, but Dakota Long is able to muscle it out and gets to celebrate this one, leading every single lap here with the Magic Mile. So Dakota Long gets to burn it on down here at iRacing social media platforms and Maconi Entertainment. Michael Danks also joining on in, it seems. We'll take the chance to be able to step aside and get ready for post-race coverage. You're watching iRacing and Maconi Entertainment from New Hampshire.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Maconi Entertainment's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series here from New Hampshire. As it came down to a green-white checker to see who would take the checkered flag. At the end, it was Dakota Lawn who had led every lap today to take the win here in the S.O.F race. Let's take a look at the race results. Alex Bisson, 2-tire call, got himself to second, had a chance for the race win. He ends up having to settle for the second step at the podium. Michael Danks comes away third. Greg Freeman works his way to 4th after starting 15th. Narducci makes his way back to a top 5. Harney, Armistead. Maconi recovers to 8th position after his issues early in the race. Then Andrew Procario and Scott Pearson get to top 10 tonight.
Brandon Argenio there in 11th from his 13th starting position. Brandon Miranda up 6 spots to finish 12th. Jonathan Evans got the pole tonight, didn't need a single lap, finishes all the way back down in 13th. Tom Dryden behind him in 14th. Marcus Fruit night. Eventful night for him. He's going to finish 15th. David Koplotsky, a very eventful second stage for him. He finished with 16 incident points and 16th finishing the position. Behind them, Michael LeBlanc there in 17th. Tim McKee in 18th. Mark Baldwin in 19th in your 2 DNF tonight. Aaron Stanton and Oscar Enriquez.
That's all top to bottom of the runner here tonight here on iRacing. Dakota Lawn is standing on by after taking the checker flag in this one. Dakota had to work a little bit towards the end. What's going to the mind after leading all those laps tonight in this one?
Yeah, I knew right there. When we kept getting them cautions, I kind of made my bed. I'm early, not pitting, and I didn't really want to go to the back and have to work through the field. I just kind of made my mind up. If they're going to beat me, they're going to beat me on fresh tires, and definitely got close. Had to work with it right there at the end. I didn't know if I had enough to hold him off, but just he probably needed about another lap, and he'd got there, but was able to hold him off.
As well, what was it like trying to keep the balance on the race truck, being able to keep up front, but also managing the different lines that we've seen coming into play around here?
Yeah, so like my mindset's going in, if I got somebody on me that's able to, I mean, we didn't really get green flag racing tonight, but if you have somebody right on you, you really want to try to be in the apron. I think the apron's the fastest way around, but it's going to eat your rears a little bit more because you're slinging it down there. And then it's pretty much sliding the whole corner. So that's a defensive line. It's the fastest way, but if you have nobody behind you, you can run the middle and kind of maintain pace.
Well, once again, congratulations on the run here, Dakota. Picking up the win once again here at New Hampshire.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Lawn taking the win here tonight in this one. We do have Jeff Maconi standing on side. He can give the perspective in the traffic. He's with Brayton.
Jeffrey Maconi, a very eventful night from you indeed. One of the best runs of possibly your Maconi C Fixed career in the making, and unfortunately ends up in the wall, but you were able to rebound in an 8th place finish. Tell us about your night.
It was crazy. Yeah, I was really looking forward to New Hampshire. I know I usually run well here, and the racing is really good when people can, drive at a track that requires a little bit of skill. So I qualified 4th. I was running around top 5. I got mixed up in the tire strategy and, ended up pitting later than some of the other guys, which might have been a mistake. And then got caught up after I took tires. Narducci got loose off the corner. We were 3 wide and slid down into me, which sucks, but it happens. Then took more tires and said, well, when in Rome, throw on the bumper, and started driving a little more aggressive and worked my way back up to 8th. It really is disappointing that New Hampshire is such a fun track, but it usually turns into caution fest, and it's no fault of iRacing or anything like that. The setup is really fun to drive. The track feels great. It's just New Hampshire's a tougher track that requires a lot of driver skill and patience, and sometimes it's a bit much and people don't practice as much as they should, and that's all part of it. That's life. All I can do is control what's in my truck.
Speaking of controlling your truck, we saw the big parking lot style wreck coming off of turn 4 about 10 laps ago, and we saw you navigate through it beautifully, and we kind of tied in a little bit about an opportunity where hopefully you don't have to put those same skills to the test in real life coming up in just a week's time almost.
Yeah, I was almost through that wreck, and then Michael LeBlanc, I will give him a pass because he and I worked together at Talladega last week, and he got caught in a wreck that I very narrowly avoided, so that was karma evening itself out. He got hit while he was sideways, and that pushed him up into me, so I got caught in that wreck after having it dodged. But I am really hoping I don't need to put on the moves like that for Daytona. I'm going to be running in the ARCA pre-race practice there with Rise Motorsports. I'm very, very excited. I'm very nervous. I think that's a safe reaction is... I'm very nervous, but I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to learn a ton. I'm planning on mostly, if not exclusively, just to get in the car, prove competence, and get used to the feeling of an ARCA car. But I'm very, very excited for it. Very thankful to Rise, Tim, and Rita Goulet for trusting me with this, and 4K Motorsports, Casey Pruitt. I'm so excited to have them on the car. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it, but the opportunity is not lost on me, how cool of an opportunity it is, so I'm very thankful for it as well.
Hey, we wish you the best of luck in a week or so time. Anybody else you want to thank about their 8th place run here tonight?
Just everyone that helps make this happen. Thanks to iRacing for hosting us. I wish we could have put on a better show for you guys, but that's on the drivers out there. That's on all of us, not them. I really love this new scan of New Hampshire. I go there every year. I always make the trip out, and it looks so beautiful. I really, really genuinely do love the way New Hampshire looks. I just wish we could race it a little bit better as drivers. Us behind the wheel need to do a better job, but on to Five Flags. That's going to be a fun one. And then Stafford's coming up in a few weeks, and I am so excited that after 2 years of begging every single day, we are finally getting Stafford on the truck schedule. I can't wait.
Well, once again, thank you for taking time to speak with us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. You guys as well, and maybe I'll see you down in Daytona, Brayton.
We'll see.
Once again, that's Jeff Maconi. Thank him as well as your race winner, Dakota Long, for taking time to speak with us during post-race coverage here on iRacing and Maconi Entertainment. Brayton, tonight was an eventful one, but next week is going to be a very intriguing one. It's another short track. It's Five Flags.
Yeah, you thought tonight's short track action was fun to watch. Let's wait till we go to next week, and then we go to Atlanta and Chicago street course, so 2 kind of wackier tracks, and then next episode they go to Stafford. So 3 short tracks here in 5 races time, and then we tell you, you're looking for a good points run between Talladega last week and Five Flags next week. This is not a good split or a good session or a schedule you want to really have.
Once again, that's going to be on January the 8th for coverage here at iRacing Maconi Entertainment. A 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time start once again from Five Flags. On that note, though, it's just about time to say goodbye. I'd like to thank the race sponsor, Maconi Setup Shop, as well as you, the viewers, for tuning in for tonight's coverage here from New Hampshire. Now, the action tonight was myself, Justin Prince, alongside Brayton Laster. DJ Lyon was producing. Thanks to our viewers for watching tonight's racing action. I hope you stay tuned to our social media pages for our next race. Thanks for the entire staff's work once again in bringing this race to you. This has been a production of Maconi Entertainment. We'll see you next time we go racing from Five Flags.